that when the shot coming in, the second goal for Tyson Fawcett!
Currently at blackout here as we welcome the Nottingham Panthers on to the ice, and the Manchester Storm just awaiting to come out in front of what looks a pretty busy crowd here this evening, considering the midweek fixture, considering the weather. Of course, a storm's been the talking point across the United Kingdom this week. Will it be the talking point this evening? The home side looking to secure that final playoff place in the Elite League standings for the Nottingham Panthers. They're looking a little higher up at the moment. Victory here would move them level with the Belfast Giants in third on points, that is, with a game in hand as well. So all to play for. A really intriguing battle this evening as the Storm come out in a special edition jersey this evening, designed by students at the University of Salford, and a number of them in attendance tonight. My name's Tom Cardiff. I'll be your commentator for this one this evening. We're hopeful that we might be joined by Adam Hughesman to give a little player's perspective throughout the game as well. You can get in touch with us throughout the evening on Twitter at MCR_Storm TV. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. Let us know your predictions as well. Any shout outs you want, we'll do our best to get to them throughout the evening, as we have the usual ceremonial pictures, etc. before the game. We'll take a little look at the starting lineups for both sides this evening. So as expected, Matt Ginn and Kevin Carr, the two netminders. For the Storm, they've got Sullivan and Gagnon on the blue line, all in Ulmer and Melton, their forward trio. And for the Nottingham Panthers, Connolly and Fick, the D pairing for them, Horvath, Talbot and Betteridge, their starting three. And we'll take a quick pause for the national anthem. We'll be back with you very shortly. Hockey night in Manchester. The Storm against the Panthers. Elite Ice Hockey League action. Both sides coming into this one on the back of victories. On the back of victories over Fife, actually. The Storm came from 3-0 down at the end of the first period to win on penalty shots here on Sunday night. And for the Panthers, they snapped a 3-game losing streak with victory over Sheffield, which is of course always nice, no matter which side you're supporting, I'm sure, this evening, and Fife as well. So both teams in pretty decent form heading into this one. Both will be full of confidence. As you can see, Matt Ginn there, the Storm netminder, one of the stars of this Storm team, one of the starring goalies of this Elite League season. number of Panthers fans, I should say, if I can get my words out, have made the trip up this evening. Always welcome. Good to see them travel up in their numbers as well. And as you can hear, plenty of home crowd support in here as well. So it should be a great atmosphere. Should be a great game as the two centres head to the face-off dot. And we're underway. The Storm with the opening face-off victory in a game that means a lot for both teams at this point in the season. It's the Panthers will look to create the first real attack of this game. As they come forward over halfway, bobbling around there, nobody can really get a stick on it, but for the Panthers it's fallen well. As much as the shot is high and up and over, I was going to say it was going to fall to the Panthers blue line, but an awkward deflection off the boards means Gagnon's in possession under a bit of pressure. But the Storm can come forward now, and All-in will come down the right, looks inside to his left, but nothing really on there as the pass lofted forward doesn't really reach the intended target. Although for the Panthers it's taken a bit of a deflection off a body and wide as both teams start to make the first line changes of the game. It's the Panthers who will briefly stop and turn through Connolly as he'll play it down that right hand side. Chance in the middle, I think it was Hansen there who's now in possession, unmarked. The puck doesn't find it, it does come out to Hare who takes the shot, but it's deflected up and out of play as well. So 18:41 left in the first, say just under a minute 20 played in this contest. Neither goalie yet to be tested, but the Panthers posing that little bit extra of the early threats as Pellini's at the face-off dot, and it's the Panthers who will come out on top with Hare. Under pressure from Earhart, the puck deflects up. The danger's still there though for the away side. Potential for a pass here as Critchlow gets in the right place, but the shot will come in. Gimel made the save, and Hare comes incredibly close to giving the away side the lead, but at the other end the home side come forward, but that's great defensive work there from Matheson, I think it was, for the Panthers. Briefly stops the attack, but the pass can come in and inches away from reaching that intended target. Two real good chances, but Hare, the man who had that first shot, has another, and again Ginn makes that save. But real quick start to this one, and it's got that real end-to-end feel as it opens up early on. The Panthers with two really good opportunities to take the lead there, but denied by the Storm netminder. It's the Storm still with possession as they look to try and chuck that puck towards the net. Aimer for a little deflection in front, doesn't quite get what it wants though, and it's the Panthers who can come forward as they look down that left hand side. That third line for the Panthers now out. Greenwald here for the Storm, plenty of space, elects to dump it over to the opposite side for the forward line to chase. As the battle goes on in that corner, the Panthers look like they had cleared their line, but the Storm have done it for them, and Gagnon's going to have to come through from his own zone. That takes a touch, so of course no icing. As the battle continues down in that corner, there's two players aside looking to try and win possession, and it's come out again towards that blue line, but it looks like a real good opportunity for the Panthers here. Gagnon though alert to the dangerous Talbot who was applying that pressure. Good bit of skating from him, just couldn't quite get to that first. And the Storm can't really set anything up so far in this opening 3.5 minutes when they do have possession in that offensive zone. That puck takes a bit of an awkward bounce there. Chance for a backhand shot to get away, and wow, if that fell to a Storm stick, it was almost a certain goal, but good defensive awareness from the Panthers there. Clears that initial danger, and with the Hare chance at one end, the Storm have just had another opportunity to open this scoring. So two real chances of note with less than 5 minutes played as the puck's chucked towards net. I think it's Critchlow in front there looking to try and get that touch on it, and again chucked through traffic. As both sides look to try and find that opening goal. The crowd really getting into this one early on, as you can see from both teams. A really fast start here and a great chance for the Panthers if Hare can get that puck controlled, chucks it towards the net, and that hits the outside of the post. I think it was Pellini goes for the backhand there. And the Panthers looking to try and get forward through Hansen, but under pressure he loses out, and the Panthers will have to start again from halfway as Hare brings it in. He's dispossessed though by Grewal, and not too much support there, but he's found the man as the shot comes in. But it's hit that left skate of the defenseman, and Simmons it was, with the wrist shot is denied. The danger's still there though. Simmons again will chuck it towards net, and we have a whistle after what has been a hectic opening 5 minutes or so. Chances at both ends, but no goal so far. Both goaltenders been called into action. This is the latest chance. It's Simmons again there. He had the first shot of this attack. He has the second. Thompson it was going in front. Didn't get anything on it. And it's the Panthers who will now come forward, looking to break forward with speed. Chance to get a shot away. Gins alert to it though. Gets down and stops that going 5-hole. It's Puskaric now will carry it out for the Storm. Grewal elects to dump it over. And the Panthers asking the question about a penalty there. And it will be given. Didn't take a touch on the way out there from Grewal. So an early power play here for the Panthers as Puskaric finds Grewal, and as he looks to dump it out of that zone and ends up clearing everyone out above the glass. 2-minute delay of game call, which gives the Panthers an opportunity on the power play. We'll have to start from, I was going to say behind their own net, but it takes a hit off the boards and over that time. As Gagnon looks to clear it down, so we'll have another face-off right where we had it around 4 seconds ago, but a real good opportunity at this point in the game. Early on, man advantage to potentially get that go-ahead goal. And this time it's the Panthers that come out on top, but that pass has a little too much on it, and the Panthers will now come forward from their own zone. Looking to set it up here, as it's dumped back, but there's not enough power on it, and All-In will look to clear. Good work from Hare on the blue line though, and Talbot's got an opportunity. He elects to pass to a teammate. Storm looking to block those shooting lanes out as Gagnon makes the initial block. Chance for a shot though. They decide against it. Danger's still there, and the Storm really packing that area in front of Matt Ginn in the net. And it's now Talbot on the left. He'll go behind, but the pass is a little loose. And the good news for the Panthers is with that man advantage, there's another man there, and again it's Talbot. Is his pass again a little wayward? Doesn't go away as there's a scramble right in front of net, and Ginn just keeps his pad in the way. All-In dumps to halfway, but they don't really get the opportunity to make a change. And again, the Panthers, with under a minute remaining on this power play, set up yet another attack as they drop it to the blue line. Looking for that right pass. He'll go to his left as Talbot will come in and look towards centre as it's deflecting everywhere. I think it was Gagnon looking to push the man in front of the net out the way and ends up nearly pushing the puck into his own net. This is a solid power play from the Panthers so far, and they find the net. The first goal of the game goes to the visitors on the man advantage. We were just saying how positive the power play was looking. They're pretty much camped in the Storm's own zone. And with a lovely one-time shot, it finds the top corner, and the Panthers take the lead with just over 7 minutes played, and patient play really pays off for the Panthers as it's Hare in front who gets a shot away that Ginn can do very little about. A well-worked goal on the power play, and it's the Panthers who will take the lead. Can the Storm answer back? Not initially. They're going to have to clear that zone for the offside call, but it's a really positive just under 2 minutes or so, and it could get a bit better for the Panthers now as they look to get a shot away, but it's taken a deflection off a defensive stick there. Big couple of minutes now for the home side here as they look to keep out any further pressure from the away side. It's Earhart battling down in the corner, but he's outnumbered at the moment. Can he get that puck away? And no, it's good work again from the Panthers. As the attempted shot comes in from Vic, I think it was, but his stick breaks. And there will be a penalty on the play here. It could get better as the shot comes in. And the Storm now will have a chance on the man advantage. The crowd and the officials quick and claiming that one. Chance for a shot to come in, as a shot will come in, but it's from a tight angle, and it's a pretty comfortable save for Carr to make. But we've seen one power play work already tonight. Will we see another, as it's Vic who will sit? His stick snapped there as he looked to try and get that shot away. As the Panthers applied the pressure, you can see he doesn't quite connect with it. The stick breaks, and then he holds on to the opposition stick. So that's a 2-minute penalty, and let's see what the Storm could do on the man advantage. They'll have to start from their own netminder. Here come the Storm. They'll elect to dump it in and chase down in that corner, but the touch from Carr briefly disrupted it. They're back in possession now with all in. First real chance on the power play to set something up. The shot might come in here, but I think it's taken a I was going to say deflection, but it looks like it's been caught in someone's pads there, as you saw the stick flying from the stick check there. And from our commentary position at the other end of the ice, we weren't quite sure what was going on there, so we'll have a look at the replay as the Storm look to set up their first meaningful chance on this power play. You can see the shot there just seems to get stuck in the pads, but the Panthers will look to clear, and it's exactly as they intended, goes all the way down the ice. So with 1:10 remaining on this power play, the Storm yet to really test Carr in that Nottingham Panthers net. And credit to the Panthers here, they've been aggressive enough, they're not really allowing the Storm to get going, but there's a chance again for the shot to come in. It's bobbling around, nobody really knows where it is. Chance for the shot to come in again, it's Puskaric. He'll elect to go to his fellow partner on the D-line, and the attempted clearance is kept in by Fawcett. Chance to get a shot in, finds the top corner. The Storm equalise on the power play, a pair of power play goals this evening. And wow, a move where nobody really had control of the puck. It's bobbling around absolutely everywhere. We can see the attempted clearance is stopped at the blue line by Fawcett. Fawcett looks across, he finds Samuelson under no pressure whatsoever, and with time he fires a wrist shot into that top corner above the left shoulder of Carr. And like that, we are even in this game with a power play that was going pretty well, or a penalty kill I should say, that was going really well for the Panthers. But the Storm managed to find the net, and suddenly we're even. So just under 10 minutes remaining, or just over 10 minutes remaining I should say, in this first period. We've got a face off to the left of Carr in that Nottingham net. Chance for a shot to come in, but I think it's hit the stick of Pellini there, deflected wide. The Storm in possession though, as they look to try and get another goal in quick succession, but it's the Panthers now who can come forward. There's a lot of traffic in front of that attempted pass to Hare, and it's Gagnon who briefly disrupts it, but they're back with the puck through Hansen. Hansen, a great pass across, but good work from the Storm defence there as a few in the crowd appeal for a penalty. The official's not in agreement though. And it's Ulrich for the Storm, dumps it in. As the home side make a change. Chance for a shot to come in here. Here the goal scorer, and on the follow-up, Pellini airs on it, bobbles above his stick. But a really positive response from the away side here to having that goal against. And I think we're going to get a call against the away team here for too many men on the ice. Let's take a look as we see Carr comes out, plays at the puck. And it's just got caught up between the three players down in front of that bench there, looking to make some changes. And can't criticise too much the clearance from Carr. Did what it was meant to do, hit the boards out the zone, but it's just in that wrong area. And that means that the Storm, after a successful first attempt on the power play, will get another opportunity here. And I think it's Jacob Hansen there who will sit and take the 2-minute penalty. So Storm start through Puskaric. He goes right to force it. Samuelsson, the goal scorer, in support, but he elects to dump it over and chase it in himself as Carr again. Another strong stick clears that zone. But just confirmation that yes, that call was for too many men on the ice, and we'll have another whistle here as the puck takes a deflection up and out of play off a defensive stick. So another good opportunity for the Storm here, of course. For around a minute of that first power play, didn't have that much in terms of shots on goal, but when they did get the opportunity, they made it count. There's now a battle down in the corner as the attempted clearance again, it only finds a player wearing one of the dark coloured jerseys. Storm come again, just over a minute remaining on the man advantage as Allin elects to dump it in behind the net, and I think the official's gone tumbling there. Can't quite see down in that corner, but the cheer from the crowd usually gives it away, and chance for the Storm to potentially get a shot away. Thinks better of it from the tight angle, but now they can look to really set it up as the pass towards the far post bobbles up and over the stick, and there's a good opportunity now for the Panthers through Bettridge. Chance for the shot. He's held out by Ginn, and a really good chance short-handed there for the visitors, but I suppose a positive for them, the fact is that it did play down those extra few seconds on the clock. But Bettridge, really good work down that left-hand side to hold off the defensive player and then find the pass as well. Just a little too patient and didn't get it away, but Fawcett can get a shot up away, and Carr, I should say, gets down to make the stop, and we will have a successful penalty kill here from the away side. Of course, much better for them than that first one where they did concede. An aggressive play down in that far corner sees the Panthers come out with the puck. Shooting opportunity here if he can find that right pass. Unfortunately for them, it seems to have found the pass of Gagnon. Shot comes in though, good save from Ginn. The pressure's still there for the visitors as Pellini's battling Sullivan behind the net, but Sullivan's stick in the right place, and he'll continue to battle Pellini. This time it's Pellini who comes out on top, and that shot comes in, but Ginn from the tight angle, fairly comfortable for him to make that stop from Hansen. And this is a game that you just can't take your eyes off. Not many whistles either keep this game going, a good flow to it. Both sides attacking, both sides looking to find the net, and of course both have, as we sit at 1-1 with just under 14 minutes played, and a bit scrappy down on that blue line. And under pressure, that's really good work from the Storm forecheck in there, and it's bobbled up, controlled. Simmons potentially, will he get the shot away? No, he looks to go to Puskaric. He'll shoot through a crowd. Puskaric again will chuck it in, and it's taken that intended deflection off a stick, but unfortunately for the home side, it's actually deflected it wide, and now Hare can skate forward. Plenty of ice in front of him. Though it's Greenwald looking to put him off his stride, but good work from Hare there, keeps possession for the visitors. Chance for a shot, and a big hit down that side there. You probably heard that from the boards. But again, even though the Storm probably have had the better of the opportunities over this past few minutes or so, the Panthers there reminding that they really do pose a threat in attack, can break forward with speed as they look to do it again here. Ginn will get up and play at that puck, and it's bobbling up and down and into the path of the Panthers. If they can find the right pass here, there's a potential for a tap in front of net, but Talbot, cheeky backhanded attempt there, looking to try and find that gap between Ginn and the near post. There was a small gap as Ginn had moved across. Bobbles down though, and the Storm netminder makes the stop though. A good idea from the Panthers centre, but you'd back Ginn to make the save there, particularly from the angle. And now it's the Storm's turn to start the latest attack. There's Balmer's there for the Storm, but it's fallen into Talbot's path, and Connolly looks to kick it across to his defensive partner. But with that puck bobbling, that's an incredibly hard pass to pull off. Doesn't hit the target first time. Panthers still in possession though, and there's another opportunity. It's just getting a little scrappy at the moment as both sides really struggle to keep hold of possession. As we see there, another attack breaks down. Good defensive work though, but last couple of minutes or so, both sides really struggling to get a hold of the puck and get some opportunities on goal. As Samuelson plays it out in front of his own bench, but again it's a turnover in possession as they dump it into the offensive zone. And now can the Panthers create something meaningful going forward? Malmquist there, good work behind the net. Kelsel's in the middle, and will he find him? He looks to try and hit that Panthers man in front of net, but defensive work from the Storm briefly breaks up the attack as three Panthers players applying the pressure at the moment, and the Storm managed to get it out, but we will have an icing call with 3:09 remaining in this first period. It's just getting a little tense or so in that last few minutes. Both sides struggling to really keep hold of possession. As you can see there, the puck making its way all the way down, and a pretty crystal clear icing call for the officials to make. But the Panthers now with a face-off to the left of Ginn, and they will win it through Pellini. Again, there's too many men in front of the path of that puck to the goal. Deflects up and into the net behind. And again, Pellini comes out on top on the face-off dot for the Panthers. And Pellini there is the option. He'll go for that shot in, but it's a fairly comfortable pad save for Ginn to make, but it nearly goes into the path of Hansen, who does have the puck now. He's under pressure from Greenwald. Hansen elects to take it himself, but Greenwald's stick means that it clears the zone. And Greenwald keeps going there. He's not giving up. That's good work from the Storm defenseman to apply that pressure, which means the Panthers start all the way from their own end of the ice. And all in is the latest to get a block in. Chance for a shot. Shot will come in. It's deflected up and it's in. Kevin Carr thought he had that covered. The shot coming in from Frankie Melton. Almost in slow motion, that one. The Panthers netminder thinks he has it. But All-In starts this move, and we can see Melton comes down, looks to try and go above that right shoulder, and it just gets enough on it to take that little nick above the goaltender's right shoulder. And I think that caught everyone by surprise who wasn't behind that net. Certainly didn't take the Storm attack by surprise, and just like that. As much as our scoreboard says that it's Nottingham who've taken the lead, it is the Manchester Storm who now hold a 2-1 advantage. As the scoreboard's corrected at the top of your screen there, but incredibly unlucky for Kevin Carr, who's had a decent enough game so far. Not too much really that he could have done about that. Tried to get his body in the way. It's just one of those unfortunate deflections that comes up above him. And when he knew about it, it was when the puck was in the net. And the Panthers now, having led early on, find themselves behind towards the end of the first period. As the play gets a bit physical, but again, it's been a real story of this latter part of the first period. There's another chance for the Storm to come here. Again, another deflection, but this time goes wide. And Panthers just struggling to really create in that final third of the ice. As you can see again there, a turnover in front of the opposition net, and now Fawcett, who of course set up that first goal, I was going to say that looked offside. The officials in agreement, and we will have an offside call. But the Panthers doing well during their own defensive third through centre ice as well. It's just when they pass that blue line, puck's getting turned over a lot. So 1:32 remains in the first period. It's Panthers who will come forward now, down that left-hand side through Talbot. That's a great pass towards Betteridge in front of net. Really clever play there from the Panthers centre. Sees that Betteridge is charging in towards net, chucks it into the right area, particularly with two bodies there, can go absolutely anywhere. Luckily for the home crowd, it goes straight into the glove of Ginn, who makes the stop. But the Panthers now with 1:10 remaining in this third period. Can they get a late equaliser? And again, the pass not hitting those intended targets, and Sullivan's attempted clearance, the big frame of Latine, I think it is there, for the Panthers, ensuring that one briefly stayed in. And again, the offside call preventing the Storm from getting forward. I think it's Samuelson that's just got caught up in that one, but the Storm will definitely be the happier of the two teams heading into that first period break. Of course, not just the fact they're winning, but against this opponent as well. Of course, a lot of time still to play. The Panthers posing a threat throughout this first 20 minutes. They'll be a little disappointed not to have more than the one goal that they do, and we'll have an icing call for that attempted dump in from in front of the benches. As I say, so 36 seconds remaining in this first period. We'll have to have a face-off to the left of Carr in the Panthers' net. And Ulmer looking to win it to try and create a real opportunity for his side. But again, the Panthers, particularly through Polini in that face-off dot, coming out on top. He's having a good night on face-off so far. And potentially time for one last chance, as Ulmer gives chase, but the Panthers defence alert to it first. As they'll look to come down the right-hand side. Potentially an opportunity for a shot to get away. It's going in to traffic, but it's Hare on the follow-up, the goal scorer for that first one. Bobbles up and over his stick, but again, not for the first time tonight. The bounce not just going the way of the Nottingham Panthers. We'll have a face-off with 2 seconds remaining in this period. You'd imagine the Storm will look to try and hit that towards net straight away, but good aggressive work from the Panthers on the dot. And at the end of the first period, despite the Panthers taking the lead, it's the Manchester Storm who finish the first 20 minutes 2-1 up. The Panthers take the lead, or took the lead through Hare with 7:08 of the game played. They weren't in front for long though, because under 3 minutes later, 9:42, Samuelson on the power play as well. So a pair of power play goals, and then as we saw in the latter part of that period, Frankie Milton, his shot deflected up and over the right shoulder of Kevin Carr. As we just await to see what's going on there. A bit of a conversation between one of the Storm players and the officials, but everyone heading off the ice now, and a really entertaining period so far. The home side, of course, with the score will be the happier of the two teams, but the Panthers know that they have created some opportunities there to try and get back into this contest. The puck bobbling over a few sticks, passes not finding their intended target, but even so, still plenty to play for. This is a game that really could go either way as we have a look at that goal that gave the Storm the lead. Big element of kind of unluckiness there for the Panthers netminder. Not a great deal he could have done about that. He covered the right area, just deflected up and over his right shoulder, which gives the Storm a 2-1 lead at this first period break.
Really well to keep that one. His shot coming in. The second goal for Tyson Fawcett.
Well, welcome back to the Storm shelter as the officials take to the ice. We await both teams, and a little reminder, not that you need it of course, Manchester Storm 2-1 up after that first 20 minutes. Melton and Samuelson the goal scorers, getting the first goal of the game for the Panthers. Take a little look at Twitter now. Joe Fielder's got in touch, tuning in all the way from a cold and cloudy Chicagoland. I can tell you it's not much better here as well. Bitterly cold February weather here in the northwest this evening. Dave got in touch asking, where is Ivan the Storm defenseman? Currently got an upper body injury, I'm led to believe, so sits out this one. Not involved this evening for that reason. Tracy Stevens got in touch, said for a hello and a happy birthday for yesterday to the legendary landlady that is Shelley Padley. Hello and happy birthday for yesterday. Imagine that they're supporting the Nottingham Panthers this evening. They're out on the ice, and so are the Manchester Storm as well. So a few stats from that first period then. 17 shots on goal for the Panthers compared to 14 for the Storm. Shot efficiency though, 14.29% for the home side. Nearly a third of that for the visitors, 5.88% as well. The Panthers enjoying more success from the face-off dot. Double the amount of face-offs won compared to the Storm. Storm winning 7 and the Panthers winning 14. So both teams at centre ice now. Two centres. And the puck is dropped. The second period's underway and it's the Panthers in possession early on as they look to try and find a way to level the scores. They come down the left, the shot will come in, but it's high and up above Ginn, not troubling him, but the danger's still there from the visitors as Talbot, he'll look for that pass, the attempted chuck of the puck towards the goal. I'm not sure if it was a shot, not sure if it was a pass from Horvath, takes a deflection up and over the glass, but a decent opening 30 seconds that from the visitors. We'll have to have a face-off to the left of that Storm net, and it's that man Pellini again on the face-off dot. Been very good on the face-offs, but he's lost out this time as the Storm look to start an attack from down on that right-hand side, and the puck bobbling up and down, and I think it's caught out. Cambrays there, fairly new Storm recruit. Here's Mathiasson for the Panthers. The pass not reaching the intended target. However, the Panthers still on the attack here as Critchlow applies the pressure, and it looks like the Storm may come out on top with possession, and even better, they could have an opportunity to get their first shot on goal. With little support, they elect to dump it in, and it's not troubling Carr that, but I was going to say the opportunity is still there for the home side. However, it's Hare for the Panthers, who's been really involved in that first period. Mentioned him a lot during that opening 20 minutes. Is the Storm willing to be patient as they come up the ice through centre? Elect to pass that out left as Simmons will go for the shot, but it's applying with a stick in the way, deflects up over their glass, but the Storm just getting back into this one now in the second period, after it's the Panthers who enjoyed their fair share of the puck in the opening minute or so, and will have a face-off for the first time this period in the Panthers zone, as the face-off's actually won by the Storm. They'll let go behind the net, and it's Thompson there, but he just takes a tumble. Don't know whether he tripped over his own skates or hit the boards, but he goes over, and that allows the Panthers now to come out with the puck, with possession. So that Storm attack ended a bit prematurely through no fault of the Storm player, though. A chance for the shot to come in, as it's from a tight angle, and it's Josh Tetlow. Big frame of Tetlow getting a wrist shot away. But he'd have to do well to try and find the net from that angle, and it's fairly comfortable for Ginn to get his right arm up and deflect up and over, as I think that's the third time this period. So just over 2 minutes we've seen that puck deflected above the glass behind the net, and the Panthers come out on top, but the linesman seen something there, wants to retake that face-off. Much to the complaint of the Panthers, can they win this one on the retake? As yes they can, and the chance for the shot to come in, but doesn't connect with it cleanly, and now there's a chance for the Storm to break forward, but good defensive work from Lapine down in that corner, denies the opportunity for Melton, I think it was, to drive forward for the Storm, and the wrist shot comes in. Ginn tracks that all the way and doesn't look bothered in the slightest as he makes the glove save, and a few words exchanged there, as you can see, in front of net. A little bit gamesmanship, I'm sure, from both sides, but a comfortable save for Ginn there. tracks it all the way into his glove. Fairly comfortable to make the stop. And we'll restart play from that face-off dot inside that Storm zone where a lot of the play seems to have been during this second period, but this time it's the Storm who come out on top from the face-off dot. There's a battle going on down in the far corner as Betteridge comes out on top. Elects to dump it all the way back down to his blue line. The puck chucked in front of net, but there's no one there, and the icing will be waved away as Orlin gets there first. Gagnon knocks it forward. Now it's the Storm. We saw it a bit from the Panthers, those loose passes not really hitting their intended target. Seems to be the Storm this period who are having trouble keeping hold of it, finding the right passes, and now it's a 2-on-2 opportunity for the Panthers. Betteridge there in support. It's Talbot still with it, drops it back to the blue line. Connolly thinks against the shot first time, tries to find that gap in the top right corner, sees a little opening above the shoulder of Ginn, flicks it up, but Ginn gets his shoulder in the right place. As Connolly can see here, suggests he's going to go for the one time, decides against it, brings it all the way in and tries to find that little angle, that little bit of space in the top part of the net, but Ginn says no. Gets his body in the right place and deflects it away as Gagnon now under pressure again. Good work from the Panthers when they don't have the puck. That pressure, that aggressive play and winning it back, and again we've seen it there. Keeps the puck in that right end of the ice where they want to be, and there's a chance to get a shot away here. Great patience, great play, great goal. The Nottingham Panthers early into this second period tie the game up at 2. A fantastic goal there. I think it's Hare, the goal scorer of the first, grabs his second of the night as he avoids Critchlow down on that side, waits and waits for the opportunity, the gap to open up. Really clever play there from the Panthers forward, and finds the net, and the Panthers now have enjoyed this opening 4 minutes or so to this second period, and they've got their reward for it. And Hare, 2 goals to his name this evening, but that one really well taken, really intelligent play from the Panthers forward, and the Panthers now looking to regain the lead that they had when they scored the first goal of the match, but the pass down to the goal scorer out of the zone, and they'll have to start again from in front of their own net. And it's Hare again down the left, proving problematic once again for that Storm defence, and the pass towards the net, there's nobody in the right place, and it's bobbling up everywhere. Chance for the Storm though, good defensive work from the Panthers though, getting that skate in the right way, stopping the pass from getting towards centre, but Earhart dumps it towards net. The deflection on that puck takes it wide though, and the Storm positive play. I was gonna say positive play, but it looks like they're gonna get a 2-minute penalty for too many men. I think they're signalling at the moment, and it will be Preskaric who sits. Of course, you can get in touch with us this evening at @MCR_StormTV on Twitter, #StormTV as well. Any shout outs you want, let us know who you're supporting and your predictions for this one as well, with over half the game still to play, finely balanced. And now for the Panthers, 1 power play goal to their name already. An opportunity to get another as Polini heads to the face-off dot for them. Up against Ulmer. But it's the Storm who come out on top, knock that puck all the way down, and Carr will have to start things off from behind his own net. And the second time this evening we've seen that too many men call on the ice. Both teams getting caught up with that puck in front of their own bench, and it's the Panthers this time who will look to capitalise as Polini holds it and goes down the left. Nice little 1-2 play there, sees the puck work back to the blue line, thinking about the shot, they decide against it. More patient play, shot will come in, and it's aimed towards Bettridge, who looks to try and get that touch to direct it towards goal. Doesn't happen though, and a chance for a shot again. Polini one-times it, but it's straight into the shins of Gagnon, who initially looked in pain, but he seems okay as he skates off towards the bench. Danger's still there though, and it's again through Polini. But again, the third time in this minute, the Storm managed to knock that puck all the way down the ice, which gives both teams the chance to change, get some fresh legs out as the Panthers come forward. Again, patient play, looking to set it up, waiting for that right pass. Chance here in front of net. Will they look to get the shot away? Bobbling everywhere, but the Storm looking to pack that area, that shooting lane in front of goal, forcing the Panthers to try and go to the outside, and we'll have a whistle there for a stick that's a little too high when he goes to control the puck. But patient play's paid off for the Panthers on the power play. Lots of P's there already once today. They're willing to do that again. A decent power play so far, but it's the Storm now who will look to try and keep the puck down that end of the ice for a few seconds to play down that clock with 21 remaining on this power play. There's a little mix-up there, potentially for Fawcett to come in and nick the puck. But the Panthers come forward through Hansen. It's Hansen again who will chase it. He's got support. He'll find that support. The puck deflects up and the power play is over. Puskaric rejoins the action. No goal, but a decent enough chance for the Panthers on the power play. Could get a bit better there as the teams go to even strength. But now the Storm, the opportunity to go forward. It's Earhart this time, the latest to lose possession. And again, that game's just got the little scrappy feel to it. Pressure from the Panthers, although the Storm can go forward again this time as Allin knocks it forward, and Earhart looks to get into that offensive zone, but it bobbles to a Panthers player, and they try and again find the gap from the tight angle, but Ging gets across to make the save, and just the puck seems to be bobbling up and everywhere at the moment. In the first period, the Panthers didn't really have the bounce, and in the second, it looks like the Storm who aren't really getting it either in terms of the way that puck is falling. But the Panthers are really good 8 minutes or so for them of this second period, as they again enjoy more success on the face-off dot. Like to chuck it in, but there's no one in front of the net, and Ginn comfortable getting his glove across and making the save. Just confirmation on that second Panthers goal. Unassisted here of his second of the game. And again, the Storm looking to try and find the black jersey. Can they start an attack here as they look down that left? That pass has found the way it wants to go, but unfortunately for Melton didn't happen initially, but chance to go in front as the shot comes in. Ulmer deflects it up, and it's Melton who makes the chase, but Carr gets down, deflects that puck away from danger, and it could get better here for the Panthers, as again we see the puck chucked towards the middle, looking for a deflection towards net. Doesn't happen that time, but the danger's still there from the opposition, the away side here at the Storm shelter. The shot will come in, as hit away, but it looks like it takes a deflection up and over, as it was Fick who chucked it in for the visitors there. Polini in front looking to get that tip. We can see if Fick chucks it towards net. Polini tries to get the deflection on it, but it doesn't really have enough power, and it ends up going behind. But again, more positive play from that team in white. Storm dump it down, they'll chase it all the way down the ice, but will have an icing call despite the efforts of Samuelson and Thompson to get there. seconds after having a face-off down in that dot to the left of the Storm net. We're going to have another one. There's again another pretty clear-cut icing call for the officials to make, and it's the Panthers who briefly looked like they came out on top of that face-off dot, but the Storm again dumping it down to that corner, and they'll give chase with Thompson and Samuelson. And the Storm did well to keep it in, and half a chance there. I think it was Simmons with the shot towards net. The deflection from Samuelson in front. He's just too far away to really trouble Carr, deflecting that into anywhere dangerous, but clever thinking from the Storm man there to knock that puck towards net. It's Samuelson in the right position, but again it probably comes down to power on the puck to give it a meaningful deflection as the linesman makes sure he's happy with both before dropping the puck. And again, a common feature of this game, the Nottingham Panthers coming out on top on the face-off dot. And again that puck bobbles up and over into the path of the Panthers stick. Although both teams will scramble, will push and battle. The Storm looking to clear the zone. And Ginn comes out, half plays at it as Greenwall hits the glass, I should say, up and over, and it is icing. But the Panthers, having gone in to the first period break down, will be much happier with this 10 minutes or so during the second period. Been on the front foot throughout. They've limited the Storm to half chances at best, and of course that goal as well, levelling things up. There's another opportunity now as they go behind the net. Happy to cycle the puck, looking for that right pass, but plenty of sticks in the way, just trying to knock it out of possession. And the Storm can clear their lines and knock it forward for Ulmer to give chase. And again, another tumble there allows the Panthers to go forward. Good work here, and the shot comes in. The backtracking Storm defenseman just couldn't get a balance as the shot again will come in. It's a scramble in front of net, and it looks like we will have a penalty against the Storm for slashing the call. We await to see which player it's called against, but good work down this left-hand side from Hare, who's been an absolute handful for the Storm defence this evening. As we can see, the puck chucked back in towards net. It just scrambles around. It looks like, I think, Greenwall, who might sit for it. I know it's Ulmer. So the Storm centre, 2 minutes for slashing, and another power play opportunity now at a good point in the game, just over halfway for the visitors to try and get that go-ahead goal. They went ahead on the power play in the first period. Can they go ahead on the power play in the second? Chance for a shot. The shot will come in. It's hit the outside of the post. Pellini, it was with the shot. Ginn tries to get across, but it strikes the outside of the pipe. And the Panthers do well to keep it in. It's the chance again. Pellini's at the back post. Will they use him? Wow, half a chance. A big chance even for the Panthers. But again, they're doing so well at keeping the puck in that offensive zone. Pellini, who's been a danger. Pellini again gets the shot away, but Ginn gets down to make the save. But wow, Pellini with two really big opportunities there to give the away side the lead. As you can see here, it's Connolly who finds him. Pellini goes for the shot, but Ginn gets down, and then before that, he strikes the post. So the Panthers coming within an inch of taking the lead again. But again, another positive power play for them so far, with a minute to go on this man advantage. Seen plenty of the puck. They're in the ends of the ice that they want to be. And again, that odd deflection seemed to get caught in the skate of one of the oncoming Panthers forwards, who knocks that towards the net. Ginn gets down to make the save, but seems to get caught up in everyone, and Ginn's pad in the right place just to stop it, and he gets on top to make that save, but again the Panthers come out on the face-off dot, but Hansen, puck just doesn't sit right for him. The Panthers come forward again. Here's Hansen, he'll try and beat the pressure from Greenwall, who briefly stops him, but Hare on the hat-trick, goes for the shot. Brave defensive work there from the Storm. The Panthers again with the opportunity to set up, looking to try and get through the skates of Earhart. Doesn't. Hansen's there, Hansen will have the puck, he'll go to his partner on the blue line. Good chance for a shot, will come in, it's high, it's above the net. Talbot, the latest to have a go, but too much power on it. And there'll be another penalty, it looks like here, as the Storm were preparing to welcome the man back. The official seeing something. Not sure if he's signalling holding this stick there. But it's Gagnon for the Storm just having a words with the officials. I think they're in discussion about the call as well. Pretty much right in front of the benches, so from our angle we couldn't really see what happened, but we'll wait to see what the officials call here. There's the power play pretty much at an end for the Panthers. The Storm doing well to kill that one. And it looks like there will be no call on the play in the end. After discussion between the officials, they decide against it. I think they were signalling for holding the stick on the initial one. Decide against it though, and we'll be back at even strength with 7:25 remaining in the second period. A second period that has been all Panthers, to be honest, all down that end of the ice. We've been seeing the chances, seeing the opportunities, of course seeing the goal as well. And there's another chance here for the Panthers, but Gins alert to it as well as the two players collide at the blue line. The initial battle for the puck, but it's the Panthers again who can come forward. The shot will come in. Because Fick looks for the shot, but it's deflected everywhere. It's loose, and the referee lost sight of it. I think he thought Ginn had it covered and blew his whistle, but again, alert work from that Panthers line. Here's Fick with the initial shot, and as you can see, the puck seems pretty loose after Ginn makes the initial stop. It's Horvat who picks it up. The referee kind of saying that he lost sight of it. I think he assumed that the Storm netminder had it covered. And it's the Storm who will come out on top now. 3-on-2 opportunity. Chance to get a shot away. That takes a deflection off the stick of Tetlow. Force it the latest to have an attempt on goal. But for the first time in a while, an attempt on goal for the home side as they win the face-off. Earhart finds Fawcett, but Tetlow, good stick. Big frame, manages to get his stick in the right place to deflect that up and over. The Panthers will look to try and make their dominance at the face-off dot pay off in their latest drive forward. As Pellini, opportunity to shoot, thinks against it, keeps hold of it. It's Tetlow now on the backhand. No real chance for him to chuck the puck towards goal, so he'll be patient. Chance for the shot to come in, but again the power is there, just not necessarily the accuracy. And now the Storm can enjoy a bit of a rare attack forward, which is stopped by the linesman and the offside whistle. So there's words exchanged between Balmer and one of the Panthers players. Can't quite see who down in front of those benches, but the officials pretty quick to separate them. And nothing will come of it, but a tight game at the moment. The Panthers, the visitors, edging it at the moment. But as we saw in that first period, anything can happen. Still plenty of time to go. 6:07 remaining in this second period, and the Storm come out on top on the face-off. Simmons gives chase under pressure from Pellini. Thompson joins to help out, but it's the Panthers who come out with the puck, albeit only briefly. It's now Simmons, little option for him. Legs to be patient, great pass finds Thompson. It's bobbling up and about everywhere, but great netminding from Kevin Carr. Not just to make the initial save, but to be alert to everything that's going on as well, to track that puck in front of a crowd and then pounce on it to make the stoppage. He's not an awful lot to do this period, but good alert netminding from the Panthers goalie. And the Storm denied, but they're just starting to get back into this one now as they've seen some success on the face-offs. Shot will come in. And it's a save for Carr to make, but the home side will be a little happy with what they've seen this last couple of minutes. Enjoying a few more face-off wins and crucially getting some shots away as well. But Hare, looking for his hat-trick, will try to get the shot away, but it's Greenwald's body that's in the way and makes that stop. Hare again under a bit of pressure. Stick gets caught up in the Storm player a little bit. No call. Didn't think there should be there as Samuelson chucks the puck in towards net, but rightly hand pass is the call from the officials. But as I was saying, the Storm just seem to be getting back into this contest a little more now after a second period which has largely been about the Nottingham Panthers. And as we can see here, hand pass made, chucks that puck across from Puskaric, and an easy call for the officials to make. It's the Storm again on that face-off dot who come out with the puck. They'll dump it in and look to chase down that left-hand side. Melton's there, although so is Connolly. And they keep the puck away, be it only briefly, bobbles up and everywhere. And the Panthers come forward through Horvat, looks to the right, his option's Betteridge. Betteridge chucking it towards the net, deflects away into that corner, and the Storm doing enough to clear it. What a dangerous pass there from Fick, looking for Connolly, who's under pressure. Luckily goes in between the legs of the Storm player, but that could have turned out oh so differently, especially in that area of the ice. But the Panthers again down that left-hand side, looking to win the battles in the corners, looking to use their physicality, but this time it's the home side with the puck. Lofted pass over, and that's a fantastic defensive stick from Daniel Fick, the Panthers defenseman. If you didn't get a touch on that, that looked like it was falling in the path of the Storm player through on goal. But again, the Storm now come forward, chucks the puck in, it's bobbling up, it's up and wide. Again, just like that second goal, it all appeared to happen in slow motion. Carr making the save, the puck went up high. Nobody was really sure when it was going to go. Luckily for him, it dropped to that left side of his goal. And as you can see here, high in the net, down to that left side. But a good save again from the Panthers netminder, who, like we say, hasn't been busy in the opening half of this period, but is now seeing some shots fired in on him. It's a good alert play from the Panthers goalie, as the Storm chuck that puck all the way down, and a pass gone wrong, it seems. Fairly easy icing call for the officials to make as we take a look at the stats, and the Panthers' dominance at times showing. 47 shots in total, 31 of those shots on goal. But as we say, it's the home side now who are making this more of a contest in the last few minutes. As the Panthers' third line is out for them now, looking to try and give them the go-ahead goal. As the puck bobbles here, there and everywhere behind the net, and for the Storm, that's a good bit of work from Critchlow. It was in front to not only beat his man, but keep possession as well and briefly mount an attack. But the Storm starting from their own zone. As Ginn wants an offside call. Doesn't look like the officials are in agreement. Didn't look like there was an offside there, but the Panthers now with Connolly. Elects to go through centre, looks to the left. But a loss of skate. Sees that pass wayward. Both teams now with 2:39 make a few changes, get some fresher legs out as Ulrich comes down the right hand side, but denied by the Panthers, who will come forward through the goal scorer Hare. Again looking to try and get a pass across the blue line, but good work from the Storm. The puck will be chucked towards goal. Just seen what was coming of that there. It was Simmons. Good work, good speed to get in towards net, to chuck that puck on net, and then of course as well wasn't intended on stopping unless it was right in front of the Nottingham netminder. A few mind games maybe there from the Storm centre, who wins the face-off for his side. Here's Greenwald, looks to dump it towards net. It was Ulrich there, obviously aiming for that deflection, that tip towards goal, but it's the Panthers now can come forward. Chance for the shot to go in. The shot will come in. But it's a good save down there from Ginn, who denies Hansen it was with the wrist shot, and we'll have another icing call to take this all the way down to the other end with less than 2 minutes remaining in this second period. But another good chance there for the Panthers to potentially take the lead. Hansen the latest with the wrist shot. Teams battle down in the corner. Storm looking to clear, which they do, and good body there, creates this attack. Even better, the shot comes in, but good work again from Simmons, who's had a positive few minutes for the Storm, using his body to create attack. But again, it's only brief, and the away side with a pass across net into a dangerous area doesn't hit that intended target, neither does that pass, and they'll have to start from their own goal line as they try and capitalise on a Storm line change. Chance for the shot, it's up, it's over again, high above that right shoulder of Matt Ginn. Here's Betteridge with the latest effort on goal for the Panthers, but here come the Storm as we hit the final minute of this second period, but an offside call. I say an offside call, but it looks like Horvat will sit for the Nottingham Panthers. Interference looked to be the call from the official. As we can see there, looks to try and push Melton into that zone, play him offside. The official's quick to spot it, and that will give the Storm a power play opportunity for at least 58 seconds of this period, potential carryover time into the next period as well. A really good time to get a power play, even though if it does split it, fresh sheet of ice in the second half of it. There's a chance to get a shot away here, really good chance, the shot will come in, early power play goal, and it's that man Frankie Melton gives the Manchester Storm the lead. Well, we said they'd have at least 57, 58 seconds on the power play. They needed all of 4 seconds to take the lead. A wayward pass straight to the path of Frankie Melton, a player that you wouldn't really want to give him the puck with that time and space. And a period that has largely been about the Nottingham Panthers might again see the Manchester Storm have the lead at the break. Power play has been a big story of this game so far, and it's the Storm with their second power play goal of the evening. They take the lead. And I think throughout this period, if you had to pick a team who would probably be leading at the break, you would say the Nottingham Panthers. But with 41 seconds remaining of the second, it looks like it's going to be the Storm. Not that this place really needed it. The crowd have been pretty noisy throughout. But that goal's definitely lifted the home support as another wayward pass potentially presents the opportunity. Pellini, but it's deflected away into centre ice, and 24 seconds remaining of the second. Connolly looking to create one final attack, I should say, as Hare comes forward for Nottingham. It's still there as Fick under pressure, big physical play. Crowd always a fan of that. As chuck the puck towards net. It's Hare again, who's such a danger for the away side this evening. Good pass, good chance, hits the outside of the post. And the buzzer signals the end of the second, but wow, what a time to get an equaliser that would have been for the Nottingham Panthers. For the second time, they just hit the outside of the post, and at the end of 40 minutes, it's the Manchester Storm 3, the Nottingham Panthers 2, but Nottingham can't be too disheartened, you feel, given the overall balance of that period. Struck the post twice, got a goal as well. Just a recap of the scoring in that second period. Samuel Hare, as we saw there, unassisted, his second of the night on the power play with 23:49, but with under a minute remaining in this period, a really wayward pass falls into the path of Frankie Melton. Wrist shot all the time in the world. Great finish from the Storm winger with 39:07 unassisted on that goal as well.
To keep that one. His shot coming in. The second goal for Tyson Fawcett.
Well, welcome back to the Storm shelter as we await third period action between the Manchester Storm and the Nottingham Panthers. Of course, the Storm hold a 3-2 advantage after 40 minutes. Frankie Melton striking late to give them the lead in that second period. Melton's second of the night. Actually, we've spoken a lot about Samuel Hare and how he's one goal away from a hat-trick. So too is Melton. So two players on hat-trick watch for this third period. As the Storm make their way onto the ice. A game that is finely balanced. The Storm may hold the advantage on the scoreline, but the Panthers seeing their fair share of opportunities in that second period. 32 shots on goal for the Panthers compared to 23 for the Storm. Power play has been pretty good for both sides. Both have had 3 power plays, and Storm getting 2 of their goals from them. The Panthers getting 1. Save percentage for both netminders, 93.75 for Ginn and 86.96 for Carr, as the puck takes an awkward deflection. Wow, that could have been a very, very early goal for the Manchester Storm. That just took everyone by surprise. A dumping behind the net, just awkward bounce. Carr completely out of position, and he goes back and grabs his stick now, which he lost and all that, as he scrambled across, and the shot, I think it was Ulmer coming in on the follow-up, just fires that one wide. But wow, what a quick start, what a moment to start this third period. Seconds into it, the Storm almost take the lead, as we see from the face-off. Face-off won, puck dumped in, doesn't go the way Carr expected, he's scrambling across, but the shot is wide. But wow, seconds into the third period, the Storm almost double their advantage. Heart in mouth moment for Kevin Carr, the Panthers netminder, but they survive, and now they're looking to break forward, but that pass is loose, and Earhart again, it's his turn to fire a loose pass forward, but good work from Critchlow, rules out the icing. And it's that man Ulmer who had the opportunity there to score his side's 4th goal of the game in unusual circumstances. Now the Storm can look to attack. A pass back to the blue line, bobbles up and over Earhart's stick though, and an offside call will bring an end to that one. And the Panthers start from behind their own nets. They look to go down this left-hand side. Hare's there in front of the benches, but it's fallen to Piskaric. Quite a clever pass, actually, into the path of Simmons. Simmons under pressure from Fick. It is down in that corner. Both sides scrambling for possession, but it's the home team who come out with it. Greenwald chucks it towards net, free traffic. Good work from Carr, though. Tracks that all the way into his body. I don't know if he got a touch on the way through. Didn't appear like it did. But Carr gets down and makes the save. So with the Panthers having the better of the opportunities early into the second period, it's the Storm with the better opportunities in the third. You can see Greenwald chucks that puck in, doesn't get a touch despite the efforts of the likes of Scott Simmons in front of net, and Carr tracks that one all the way into his body and makes the stop. So the Storm come out on top on the face-off dot. They leave it, nobody quite goes for it. For them though, they've still got the puck behind that net. Support comes. They're still happy to play it behind the net. Samuelson and Simmons it is, just rotating the puck between themselves there, and it's Samuelson, or Simmons I should say, battling down in that corner, but it's the Panthers coming out on top now as they look to get their first shot of this period. Good chance, shot will come in, it's deflected. Not sure if it's deflected or just didn't sit right for the Panthers man, but the shot didn't come off as he would have wanted, and a battle I think it's between Piskaric and Pellini in front of that net. Sees Pellini go into the Storm net, knock it off its moorings. Yeah, not much Pellini could have done there, a real just typical battle between two players in front, and just seems to get caught. Something from Piskaric as he looks to skate away and knocks the net off, but the net's back on. The face-off is taken, and it's Bettridge dumping it down in that corner for Talbot to make chase, but there's an opportunity now. Melton on the hat-trick. Carr will come out. Good goaltending. Alert to the danger, decisive. Not only clears it, but briefly starts an attack for the Panthers, but the Storm managed to clear their lines. And having nearly been caught out in the opening seconds of this period, good goaltending from Carr stops a potential chance for Melton to grab his hat-trick there. So good goaltending by Kevin Carr in that Panthers net. As we see that latest opportunity here, it's Horvath, I should say, on the backhand, deflected up and over though as Earhart will look to clear his lines. There's a man free in front of net if they can find him, but they do, and it is Horvath. Horvath will go behind for Bettridge to pick up. Bettridge now will go for the shot, but seems to hit Horvath as he goes over, and we'll have a whistle against the Nottingham Panthers. It looks like, having been on the attack, an interference call is going to present the Storm with an opportunity on the power play. It's that man Horvath, so if not only getting hit by a shot by your teammate is bad enough, looks like he's been called for interference by the officials there, and he'll sit in that penalty box. So yeah, so getting hit by a shot's not bad enough, giving away a penalty as well. Shot will come in. It's high from Simmons. Teams get caught on the boards as well, which means Simmons, the shot taker, keep it in, and that again, good goaltending from Carr. Decisive poke check, takes it off the stick of Ulmer. It was in front of the net. But Melton, now a real danger man for the Storm tonight, comes forward. Happy to keep hold of it. He'll go for the shot himself. Carr's in the right place though to make the save. I think it was Simmons in front there trying to get a stick on it, but Melton, again, good work, not just driving forward but being patient, getting it round the defenseman there, and elects to go for the shot himself. It's a decent area to go for. Works a good angle for himself to get a shot away, and Simmons of course in front, but straight into the body of Carr, who makes the stop. And now the Panthers, if they can win this scramble, can get rid of it, which they will through Talbot. He'll go down his right. Chance for Bettridge to get the shot in, and a great save there by Ginn with his pad. And all in now down on the right hand side. He'll go himself, but that's too high, too wide, and the Storm keep it in. Melton with that hard pass behind the net, chance for the shot to come in. The shot will come in, but good defensive work from the Panthers players, being in the right place to block that shot. But moments ago, Bettridge skating forward, getting the shot away, and Ginn pad in the right place. That was a quick shot, did well to make the stop there. Now Samuelson dumps it in. Carr again, good net minding with his stick. He'll come out and play it. Again, takes a bit of an awkward bounce off the boards behind the net. Puskaric, Fawcett holds it. Fawcett's shot comes in, deflects off the stick of Kelsall, but deflects wide. And the Storm will keep the attack going. So we hit under 20 seconds remaining on this power play. The shot will come in. Fawcett will pass it across. It's through traffic, and it doesn't go in. Again, they'll chuck the puck towards the net, but that's the end of their power play, where they've come incredibly close to doubling their advantage. There's a few players go tumbling over at the moment. No call, despite the efforts of what a few the fans wanted. And wow, we nearly had an equalising goal from the Panthers. The man in front getting a shot away, but Ginn's in the right place, and the Panthers pretty much, as soon as they go back to even strength, nearly going one better and getting a goal. And now Gagnon will look for that long pass forward. The touch is there, meaning Simmons can run onto it. Simmons looks to cut inside himself. Great defensive work though. The body, Fick, I think it was at first glance, who's got himself in the way there. Great defensive work though, and a good pass from Gagnon starts this. Nice touch from Ulrich as well. Allows Simmons to skate onto it. Looks to try and go inside, but that's great defensive work there from the Panthers. Daniel Fickett is body in the right place, not letting him drive towards that net. Carr comes out and makes the cover. So good work from the Panthers back line. The Storm win possession. That's good play in that offensive third. It's left behind for Thompson, this Storm line. Third line it is, just working really hard for them at the moment. As the clearance comes forward, and the Storm again will come forward. A few claims for an offside, but the official's not in agreement. Chance now for the shot to come in, it'll go up, and that's a fantastic glove save from Carr. Just makes it look so easy. I can assure you it definitely is not. A good shot coming away on that side from Simmons again. Quick wrist shot, glove up, probably going over, but no point taking any chances. That's a great glove save from Carr. Been very active in this 7 minutes, or just under 7 minutes of the third period. It's the Panthers who come out on top on the face-off dot. They look to mount an attack in front of the benches, but Earhart's there using a combination of body and stick to make the block, and that puck will go up and over. Takes a deflection, so we'll have a face-off to the right of Carr in that Nottingham net. The Storm who win the face-off. The puck will be dumped in. Carr will come out and play it. There's an option out left for the Panthers. Instead they'll go to their right. Melton having to play a bit of defensive work there. It's Barmer backs him up, briefly dispossesses them. Melton again in possession, trying to look for a way to clear it. He elects to take it himself. Get to that halfway and dump it in. That's good work from the Storm man. And here the Panthers come again. Reinforcements have arrived. And they'll go behind the net. There's options available there. Half appeals from some sections of the Panthers. Support for a penalty there. The official's not in agreement though, and Earhart will bring it forward. He'll go for the shot himself. Carr gets down fairly. Comfortable save for him to kick away with the bottom of his right pad. See here, Earhart just seems to glide. Seems a bit too easy for him to get forward into that final third, and his shot down towards that bottom corner is comfortable for Carr to make the stop, but it does give Greenwald the opportunity to get a shot away. Always looks to try and find that net, looks to chuck that puck towards net, and there's a great chance here for the Storm. It's deflected up everywhere, but we'll have a whistle as it deflects up, and again it's over that glass. But wow, what a scramble. All starts from Greenwald, who's done that a lot tonight. Chucks the puck towards the net in front of traffic. The shot's coming in. It's Cam Braze who's playing at it. It's a combination of him. Critchlow has a go, but it's deflected up and away, and the danger hasn't been cleared as Braze will hold it, or look to hold it behind the net. He'll battle down in that corner, joined with some support, and Critchlow will come out on top with the puck. There's options for him at the blue line. Instead he'll drop it back to Braze behind that goal line. They're happy to kind of rotate the puck in that area of the ice. Plenty of support arriving, looking to grind away at it as Braze, but under pressure from the Panthers, means that that attack comes to an end. So good rotation of the puck from the Storm, but good defensive work again from the Panthers. Stops that attack coming to anything meaningful, although they can come forward again as Hansen collides with Simmons. The Storm do enough though to get that puck forward, and with little options available they'll just chuck it into Carr, who again makes a comfortable stop and deflects it into a corner where we see yet another battle. But it's the Panthers coming out on top now. They're outnumbered in terms of defence, but we're now into a 3-on-3. Good chance for a touch there. I think it was Hare obviously looking for that hat-trick goal, but Ginn watched it all the way onto his blocker. And while the majority of the chances in this opening 9 minutes of the third period have gone the way of the home side, Hare there just showing that the Panthers pose a real threat going forward. Again, had to be alert and made a very good stop. Now here's Bettridge, dumps it in. Has to weave around the Storm defenseman, but good body. Knocks the puck out of their possession, only for a short time, then we'll have icing And a face-off all the way back down the other end of the ice. But the Panthers slowly now starting to get back into this one. They've got 10 minutes to find an equaliser. Potentially another goal on top of that as well. We know how quickly goals can be scored in this sport. And I think it was who initially won that face-off. It's the Storm who managed to carry that all the way down through Melton. And the Panthers will have to start from their own net. As the puck's dumped in, sticks bashing everywhere from both sides as the teams look to get a grip on the puck, and it's the Panthers coming out. Combination of Bettridge and Talbot down on that side. Chance for a shot to come in, even better chance for a deflection. Bettridge again. What? I've said his name a lot in this last minute or so. Again, his shot comes in, but again, Gins there makes the stop. The danger's not cleared though. Little option on. Backhand chuck towards the net, half an option you imagine for Talbot, or hope that Talbot will get a touch on it. Ginn uses the blocker to palm it away though. But every time the Storm now get down that end of the ice, it seems like the Panthers are the ones that are coming out with the puck. Although we say that, Critchlow now will come in. Really drags at that shot, drags at it too much, ends up hooking it well wide of the goal. And again, the Panthers come out on top. They'll go down that right side as we see a bit of physicality. Ginn wants the icing. The officials not in agreement. I think there were too many bodies in the way there for that one to be called. And Critchlow goes down his right. He'll look for Fawcett. Fawcett will use his speed to drive forward, but again, good defensive work. Great defensive stick. Brings an end to that one. It might go one better. There's a great chance, 1-on-1. The official's arm is up. And we will have a penalty on the play, but great work from the Panthers going forward. You see just the slash there to stop him getting that shot on goal. And with 8:37 remaining in this game, the Panthers now with a fantastic opportunity to try and find that equaliser. They've got the man advantage. They also win the face-off, allowing them to set it up. Talbot now down that side. He'll go back to the blue line. They'll go more central. Option to the left. Instead they'll go right. Talbot's still there on the left, and now they'll find him. Talbot thinks of chucking it in. He does. Looking for Hansen. Can't get the touch, and here's Hare. Back to Hare. Hare will get the shot in. There's a man in front, but Ginn gets down to make the save. And the Storm can clear it briefly as it's hit off the glass and out from Gagnon, I think it was, but good work from Hare, as you can see here. Beforehand getting that shot away, as you see Gagnon there clearly hitting the puck into the glass above, into the benches. But they're selling it well so far, the Panthers. Looking for the right opportunity to strike. Happy to play patient. Talbot's there. Instead they'll go back to the blue line. What a shot, what a goal. The Panthers have an equalising goal on the power play. 7:49 remaining in this period. We said what a great opportunity that is to get a goal, and puck's played back from Talbot to Matson, who just fires that into the roof of the net through traffic. Ginn's got little chance, but great strike, great finish, and the Panthers like that on the power play. Having seen the Storm at the other end go close on a couple of chances to doubling their advantage. But here's all in maybe with an instant response. His shot's deflected wide, and what a tie game with 7:35 remaining of the period. Offside's going to see all the Storm players have to clear their zone here. Panthers come forward once again. Ginn's gone big to play at that puck, aiming for Melton. It didn't get there initially, but it does now, and here's All-In. All-In looking to kind of flick that puck around, and there's a chance here for the Panthers. It just takes a bit of an odd deflection off Greenwald's stick, but the Storm still have it down the other end. And the puck now just doesn't look like it's sitting right for them. It might here though. Critchlow will go for the shot. Melton on the follow-up. Great chance. Great save. What a save by the Panthers netminder. Whoa, that looked almost like a certain goal for the Storm. But they are denied by what looked to be a fantastic denial. Fantastic save by Kevin Carr, and could get a little better now for the Panthers. They come forward, great chance on goal, backhand wide of Ginn's net. Hare's back in possession though. They'll chuck it back towards Hare. It will deflect up and everywhere. Hare again with a follow-up shot, but Ginn gets down. He's alert to the danger. And now it's the away side really fancying their chances of getting another. Will they get it here? Great glove save by Ginn. Doesn't catch it cleanly, but makes the stop. Shot will come back in. It's up, it's high, it's wide. It's caught on the net. It's bobbling everywhere. And we'll have a call against Hare. Battling behind the net with Greenwald. That puck in the air. The two players just seem to collide. But the official right there to make the call. And Hare will sit 2 minutes for high sticking, seems to be the signal here. And as you can see, the puck's trapped on that net. Ginn wants to get his glove in the way, and the stick's just too high there as the two players collide. The official right there to make the call. So 5:50 of this game remaining, and now the Storm have the opportunity on the man advantage. Of course, struck twice already from those situations this evening, but that's not how they would have wanted to start their power play. Now Melton starts from the other end of the ice to where they want to be at this point. Pass a little loose, but not too problematic. It just plays down the extra few seconds on the shot as Melton nearly goes over after colliding with the boards. Can the Storm set something up? And Carr goes to play at it there. It's dangerous, but it's worked briefly. And the Panthers a good penalty kill so far as Ginn looks to capitalise on a line change, trying to find all in. But the defensive stick is there, and now Melton's going to have to do a little defensive work here. As the Panthers want that, there's a good opportunity if they can find the man at the centre. Tyson, the goal scorer, battling under pressure from Fawcett. The pass was there, I just don't know if the opportunity to do so presented itself, as we see the Storm just don't look as composed at the moment. Maybe they just set something up here with a minute or so, well, just under a minute remaining on the power play. It's just getting a little nervy, you feel, for the home side at the moment since that Panthers goal. 2 moments there where they give or nearly give away possession near their own net. Just need, you feel, to win this face-off, try and just set something up, compose themselves a little. As Fawcett chucks the puck towards net, but it's taken a deflection off the skate. I think it was Betteridge, and it knocks up and over. So 4:23. Will we have a game-winning goal in regulation time, or do we need overtime? As we see the replay there, the Storm won the initial face-off, but their linesman wants to take it back. Samuelson again will hope to come out on top, but it's the Panthers who, again, a great penalty kill for them so far, knocking that puck all the way down the ice, and Puskaric will have to start probably the Storm's final attack on this power play from behind his own net. Samuelson now with Fawcett in support. They'll dump it behind. It's cleared, but only as far as Puskaric. But again, it's a bit sloppy, it's a bit loose. And the power play will come to an end. Although the Storm probably have a chance here, and it could get better. There's an opportunity. 1-on-1 for Hare on the hat-trick. He'll drive towards the net. Sticks everywhere. The opportunity's still there. The puck's bobbling. Nobody really knows where it is, and it deflects away. It's Kelsall who drives the net, looking to chop away at it. And Hare straight out of the penalty box with the opportunity. Nobody really knew where that was going. Ginn just left his pad in the right place. They were chopping away at it. There were sticks everywhere. And it deflects wide, but wow, what an opportunity that was for the Panthers down at the other end with 3.5 minutes remaining of the game. Hare doing incredibly well to just get his body in the way. Channel that puck, and as you can see, just a mad scramble in front of the net. It was Kelsall who did well, just to drive it, just to go in and cause a bit of a nuisance. Unfortunately for the Panthers, though, the touch doesn't get there, and the Storm crowd want a penalty, and now there'll be words between the two players. Felt that there was interference there, and we will have a penalty as things just getting a little tense. Allin not happy at all. He feels that there should have been a call against him, and just is the tension and so much at stake in this game. That Allin felt he should have had a penalty. I'm not sure if he caught that, but he just hits out at the Panthers player, and the officials quick to make the call there. I mean, there was a pretty strong shout for interference just before that from the face-off dot. No real play at the puck, just completely denies Allin the way through, and he shows that he's not too happy with the situation as the officials just discuss what they're going to call at the moment. Hare and Ulmer, they're waiting to hear the outcome. So they're explaining the outcome. Looks like it's going to be a power play considering Ulmer's questions, and yeah, there's 2 minutes on the clock. So the power play has been so important for both teams this evening. Multiple goals on the power play for both sides, and with 2:57 of this game remaining, the Panthers are going to have another opportunity on the man advantage. You can probably hear the crowd not the happiest with that call from the officials, but in terms of the follow-up, the officials in a clear place to see what had happened to make the call, but what's done is done, and now the Storm will have to deal with this. But what an opportunity for the Panthers. Been very positive on the power play, seen a lot of opportunities in front of net. The official, one of the officials just in discussion down at the bench, is explaining the call. We're ready for puck drops. 2:57 remaining of this game. 2-minute power play to the Panthers. Scored from the blue line last time out. Will they get another here? Puck chucked towards net. Ginn getting his pad down though, and Greenwall chops away at it. Panthers keeping the pressure on though. It's deflected up and over. And the face-off will be from outside the zone. The officials adjudicating that came off a Panthers player last. Well, the official closest seems pretty clear in saying it was outside the zone. So that's where the face-off will be. The Storm players pretty quick in their universal kind of appeals to the officials to say that's where it should be. So last touch off a Nottingham player. And the danger's cleared for now for the home side as they knock that puck all the way down. That's where they'll want to be. As we have a whistle, let's... Too sure what the call is about. I think they may have accidentally called an icing call, despite the fact we're on a power play. So we're going to have a face-off at centre ice, and it's a face-off that the Storm come out on top of, and Earhart will just chuck it in towards Carr and keep that puck down that end of the ice, which is exactly where they'll want it to be with 1:30 remaining. And really good work down in that corner from Thompson it is, just plays down a few extra seconds, but now the Panthers can come forward as they look to set up their first real attack of the power play. Here comes Hare. Good night for him so far. Can it yet get better? Low Earhart's there. He'll flick that puck all the way down the ice. The Storm will look to make quick changes, but they look like they've been caught out. Potentially on the change, they all seem to go. They just completely left the Panthers players there, although they were quick to get across and force them out wide. The shot came, or the pass came in. Didn't find an intended target though, so 46 seconds remain on the power play. Panthers waiting for their first shot of it, but it could get better for the Storm. Critchlow comes forward. Chance there, force it in support, but fantastic defensive work again. Storm player goes flying into the boards. The crowd, as you can probably hear, wanted a call. The officials don't agree. No call, but again, extra seconds off that clock. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Here come the Panthers. Gagnon looks to get his stick in the way. Bettridge, though, keeps hold of it. Dumps it back to the blue line. Chance here. Bettridge is there for the sport. They'll go back out wide. Chance for the shot. It comes through. It's deflected wide. Everyone down the ice. And as you can hear, that signals the end of the power play. So a power play at a really good time for the Panthers. They just didn't seem to do much with it, which hasn't been the case on the majority of their other power plays. They've looked a lot more threatening, probably their worst power play of the night at a time when they needed it the most. So here come the Storm, 35 seconds remaining as the home crowd look to try and get their side over the line. Potential for one last attack here. 20 seconds to go. Too much crowd, too many players in front though. Although the Storm will keep hold of it. Chance here for the shot to come in. It'll come in, it's deflected everywhere. Nobody knows where it is. But luckily for the away side, it's nowhere near goal. And we are heading to overtime. Applause from both sets of supporters. Both teams have played out a great game here this evening. Both teams will take a point as well. Who will get that extra point? Fans here on Sunday night saw a free draw which went to overtime and then went to penalty shots. Fans here tonight have seen a free draw. Will we get a winner in overtime, or will we get a winner on penalty shots? We'll wait to see the outcome, but of course for both sides, they both take a point. Who gets the extras? We see the chances there, or the goal I should say, for the Panthers. So that's Hare with his. The Storm though hit back in the first period. The shot coming in kind of deflected here, there and everywhere. Danger wasn't cleared. Storm kept going. Found the top corner through Samuelson. Then it was the Storm who took the lead. So as Orlin chucks the puck forward, fell to Melton, took a bit of an unlucky bounce up and over the right shoulder of Kevin Carr in that Nottingham net. But the Panthers though managed to get their equalising goal. Fantastic work, probably the pick of the goals tonight, that from Hare. Just his patience as he waits and waits for that right opportunity to come along. But then just before the end of the second period, it was the Storm who managed to get a goal. Melton, just alert, had all the time in the world to pick his spot, and did he find it? Bottom corner past Kevin Carr. But as we saw in the third period, overtime action underway. Of course, we'll watch all those goals back at the end of this one as we wait to find out the winner. It's the Panthers with the first opportunity of the 3-on-3. Talbot holds it. chance now. Hare, of course, as we mentioned many times, looking for that third goal tonight. But that attack breaks down, and now Alling can charge forward, although he's outnumbered. Gonna have to do well to try and get something here. Patience, waits for the support to come. That support does arrive. Doesn't hit where he would have wanted it though, and luckily for the Storm, Hare just lost his stick there, because if he had it, it could have been a potential breakaway opportunity. Both sides, of course, as ever on 3-on-3, just patient, waiting for the right opportunity. There's enough room out on the ice to try and find that chance, and of course we'll see this a lot more. Teams happy just to go back towards their own goal to set something up. So 1:10 gone overtime, no shots, no goals yet, but here come the Panthers. Great chance, this looks dangerous. Hansen elects to hold it. Connolly there drives the net. Will Hansen look up as he tries to find it? He'll chuck it towards net, but I think it's hit Connolly on the way through. And Ging goes down, claiming he was hit by Connolly, but didn't seem too much. And that's great bodywork there from the Panthers defenseman. And there's potential pass down on that other side. It's not found though. And here's Critchlow. Critchlow's got support. He finds Fawcett. Gruel looked for that backhand turn in front of the net. It doesn't happen for him though. Fawcett, it is, just happy to take that puck away. Here's Greenwald. Greenwald will go for the shot. Hits the post. Hits the post, and on the follow-up, Carr is there and down the other end now. 3-on-2 chance for the Panthers. Pass will come across. Kidd makes the save. Wow, what a save. Malmquist it was in front of net. Looks to try and find the 5-hole gap in between the pads. Looked almost certain to go in, but he manages to get the pads together, makes the stop. So at one end we've seen the post struck, and at the other we've just seen a very good save to deny an overtime winner. So here come the Panthers, looking to try and use a bit of pace on that open ice to find the opportunity. It's Simmons with the pressure, and it's Simmons who will come out on top with the puck. He'll find Gagnon. Gagnon now driving forward. The Panthers pretty organised in getting back. Gagnon will chuck it towards net. Storm still in possession though. Ulmer to Gagnon. Ulmer will go towards net. Gagnon elects to hold it himself, but it hits the skate of a defenseman. That will bring an end to the Storm attack as we hit 2:15 remaining in overtime. That looks like it'll be offside. It will be offside, and we'll have a breather. But wow, two huge opportunities here in overtime for the Storm. As you can see, the puck just gets caught behind him. He goes into the zone offside. The officials alert to that one. So 2:12 remaining in overtime. All in out there for the Panthers, but it's Talbot who comes out on top. Here comes Hare. Hare's got support arriving, keeps it himself, looks to try and drive towards that net, but an important touch from Allin it was to briefly stop it. Hare though twisting and turning, just waiting for the opportunity to come up. He keeps hold of it, elects to dump that puck back, chance for a shot to come in, but stick there from Earhart. Briefly stops, and Hare will keep going. Hare, great work, great opportunity, great save, Ginn. But wow, what a play this is from the Panthers at the moment. Plenty of time, shot will come in. Ginn makes the save, the puck's loose everywhere. Hare's alert to it, opportunity at the other end. Melton denied by Carr. You just cannot take your eyes off this one. As soon as we have one big chance at one end, another one presents itself at the other. But a mention for Samuel Hare there, just fantastic work in keeping hold of possession, waiting for the chances, and Polini it was, or Hansen I should say, sorry, comes forward. Good work from Fawcett to get his body in the way. It's just so tense at the moment. It's just, as there's a high stick brings an end to that one. Hansen's furious with the call, and what that means is that we will finish this game 4-on-3. As you can see, there's claims, I think, Hansen claiming that Critchlow probably hauls him down, and in going down he ends up his stick going up high. And we will actually have it's a call for Critchlow, so as we say, it looked like he probably did. The officials alert to it, and they'll call him as well, so no advantage for either team. Just means one less overtime option with 43 seconds remaining. Thought the officials were calling another Panthers player there. They were just making sure they were out ready for this overtime period. So 43 seconds remaining. Huge moments at both ends. Nobody's yet found a winner. Will we see one, or will we need penalty shots? Panthers come forward with pace. Bettridge, he's got support. Likes to keep it himself. Fawcett's tasked with trying to keep him out. Bettridge still with the puck. He's patient. He'll drop it. Pellini's got support, but it goes out the zone. We'll have an offside call. And so with 10 seconds remaining, the last chance of this overtime will go to the Manchester Storm, you think. It's still there. It's bubbling everywhere. Can they actually get a shot away? No, they won't. And folks, we're going to need penalty shots to decide a winner. Wow, we could have had a winner at both ends. Goalie standing tall. The post playing a part as well. And we're going to have penalty shots again. Getting value for your money if you're coming to watch the Storm in recent games. Penalty shots will be required here. So we wait to see the takers for both. So penalty shots it will be then. So we'll wait to see who will take first. So it's the Panthers to go first. Talbot's up. Talbot skates forward, he's going for pace. Ginn gets down, makes the stop. Talbot decisive in what he wanted to do. He wanted to go in, use speed. However, he makes, or doesn't do enough. Fawcett now for the Storm. Fawcett comes forward. Looks central, looks to try and move around. Flicked up, flicked into the net. 1-0 Storm. Hits enough of the net to make the ball go over. Not quite sure if it directly hit it though, but good work from Fawcett. Patient, goes across, flicks it up, does hit that bottle, knocks it off. So Pellini then for the Panthers. Forward with speed. Goes for the deke. Ginn with the stop. Huge chance for the Storm. Huge chance to take that lead. Melton. 2 goals in this game. Can he get one in the shootout? Melton skates up. Shoots, save by Carr. Good stop there from the Panthers netminder. Gets his pad across, also gets that blocker down as well, but the pad save. Good stop from a player who's been hot tonight. Connolly now, the Panthers defenseman's up. Connolly goes for the deke, 2 wide. Ginn makes the stop again. Connolly there wanted to go on that backhand, flick it up. He just goes 2 wide, and Ginn's got the angle, makes a good save. And now Piskaric with a great chance. Piskaric goes up, he'll go for the shot. Good save, Carr. As you can see, goes up, goes for that shot, tries to find that gap on the left, but Carr again, really good work of his pass. So Madison up for the Panthers. He'll go for it. Ginn again makes the stop. He tries to flick it up into that top left. But Madison with a save, and now All in with a great opportunity for the home side. All in slowly skates up and takes the puck. He skates in, goes from out wide. Good poke check, Kevin Carr. Good stick work. All in a little too patient there, but good work from the goaltender. Commits to it. And now we are at sudden death. Samuel Hare, 2 goals, beating Ginn already this evening. Has to beat him again here. The Panthers forward, skates in, shoots, scores! Clutch time. Good goal. He had to score and he delivered. He comes up big at an incredibly important time. But Ulmer now has a chance. Ulmer, short run up to it. He takes it, goes in on goal. Ulmer goes for the shot. Ball's off. Game's over. The Manchester Storm take the 2 points in penalty shots. Wow, what a game. What a shootout. We've seen it all. Ulmer commits to it. He sees that ball in the top corner. He says, that's my target. He takes it. He scores the winner. But a great game of hockey from both teams this evening. Both sides take a point. Some good saves, some good dekes in that shootout, some good goals as well. But it's the Manchester Storm, the home side, who take a huge 2 points at this point in the season and make it back-to-back shootout wins here in the Elite League. The Storm take this one on penalty shots. Midweek hockey has delivered for the neutral in terms of entertainment. We've seen goals, we've seen it all in this contest. And both sides could make an incredibly strong case for winning that one, but it is the home side who come out on top as we await to find out the man of the matches for both teams. Strong contenders, particularly for the Panthers. And I guess I'd probably say Hare, given his couple of goals, his shootout goal as well, a big time, had to score that effort, and he did. First Panthers player to, of course, beat Ginn in that shootout situation. But like I said, a number of players could have taken it. As we come to the end of the handshakes, we just await to see the man of the match award. You can probably hear the home crowd showing their appreciation as the coaching staff make their way across the ice. Yeah, as we just said there, Samuel Hare, what a game he's had tonight. One of those performances that doesn't really deserve to be on the losing team. 2 goals for him, a shootout goal as well. But just his all-round play tonight has been fantastic. Physical, real presence on the power play as well. Nottingham Panthers, of course, playing a huge part in this contest that has been so good to watch. And the Panthers fans, absolute credit to them for making the journey on a Wednesday night as well. A number of them coming up, and they're showing their appreciation to their team. They appreciate the efforts tonight. And they'll make their way off the ice, and we await the Storm man of the match. Could potentially be Frankie Melton, given his pair of goals this evening. 2 out of 2 on the man of the match shouts then. There we go. Though it's pretty obvious given their paradox. Frankie Melton takes the man of the match, richly deserved. Could have been a number of Storm players this evening, but he takes the award, and for us, pretty much leaves us to say goodbye. Coming up on Twitter, make sure you check the Twitter channels at MCR_Storm TV, the Elite League channels as well. We'll go and speak to Ryan Finnerty and Tim Wallace as well. The two coaches get their reaction to this contest as the celebrations get underway for the Manchester Storm. But thanks for joining us on this Wednesday evening. Thanks for spending your midweek evening with us. As the Storm make their way off the ice, and we'll leave you, say goodbye. Remember to check our social media channels for all the post-match reaction. But here at the Storm shelter, we've seen high drama, we've got our money's worth, we've seen it all. The Manchester Storm take this one on penalty shots. 4-3 the final score.
To keep that one. His shot coming in. The second goal for Tyson Fawcett.